That's where I came out from. We're back.
Oh no, they're here.
Oh gosh. The Turks.
What are we gonna do? I think we can ignore our orders at this point.
Elena, don't act so spoiled, eh?
We got the full team.
We're Turks.
I understand. You're right.
Come on, we've got a job to do.
I'm not really up for this, but yeah.
Our orders are to find you and
Okay, we
kill
have
you.
to steal from
The
Elena.
company may be in tatters, but it orders an
And we
order.
have to steal from Reno.
That's the spirit of the Turks. Believe it.
Oh boy.
What are you doing? Let's finish this.
Can we skip out on this
I
fight?
can't. Fine. Let's end it.
Sure.
I know we have a weird relationship, but we have to end this. Like Turks.
I saved at the very end of this tunnel. Do not die.
Thank you.
Try this
Hey,
on for
Camille,
size.
thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well. You guys are all super duper quick. Oh, that was fast. Nice.
That hurts. Take that.
Ugh. Oh, that goes through confusion or whatever that is. Oh, don't kill Reno. Please don't kill Reno. Root's fine. Oh, you should have your thing. Oh, gosh, please. Okay, it's gonna be one of these. Thank you, Reno.
Yeah. Take that.
Hey, thanks. I've been enjoying it so far. We're getting near the end. Oh, man. Gotta get that protect on pretty quick. It's been nice, I don't have to read as much. But yeah, some of the voices are, they could be better. But as far as modding goes, it's pretty cool that they even put the effort in to do a full voiceover mod. We don't want to kill him quite yet. Gotta steal Reno's item first.
Give it up already.
Oh, that added cut wasn't a great idea. Get it? No. Alright. I think we've got something going finally. Can keep me alive. Oh, Tifa's gonna kill him before we can do anything. Alright, just keep Reno alive. We gotta steal his thing.
Give it up already.
Yeah, I'm more about all the graphics mods anyways for games. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another voiceover playthrough of like, I think Final Fantasy VIII just came out with one. I'm not sure if 9 has one. But if 8 has one, I'm not sure why 9 wouldn't already. So this might be the only voiceover mod that I play the game with. The only game that I play with a voiceover mod. There we go. English is something else. There's our regen. No, yeah, I agree with that. It can completely take away the immersion if it's not what you're expecting.
That was easy.
There it is. Nice. That was easy. It took like 7 times. Go ahead and try and steal another Zadric here and see, we get lucky, but
Fuck! That hurts!
honestly, I'm not too worried about the Zadric.
Let's call
Ooh,
it a day.
yeah. Yeah, if I'm gonna pass on the 8 and 9 voiceover mods, especially 8, that's the one that I played the most, and I have the voices in my head for each character, and I don't want to have that ruined, so... Okay, we got what we wanted. I didn't equip it though. We'll have to do that next. Yeah, if you played 7 a bunch, which I imagine you have, I'm with you on that. I understand. I think this is my 3rd ever complete playthrough of 7, and my first one was when I was 10 or 11. So I don't have a whole lot of nostalgia into this game, so the voiceover doesn't bother me a whole lot. As for 9, how'd I get into this game? I had a friend that had a PS1, and I went over and we were playing, I think it was Resident Evil 2 at the time, and as a 10-year-old I was like, it's too scary, let's play another game. So we popped this in, and he was at the point where he had the high wind already, and he was flying around trying to kill Ultimate Weapon, and I got hooked on RPGs since then, so that's kind of how I got into this genre of games. We can go both ways? Ooh. And it also helps that I am really not good at action or any real-time games of any kind. RPGs give me a lot more time to make my decisions. They don't stress me out too bad. I just like any type of RPGs, so after the Final Fantasy VII, when I was a kid, gotcha. So I played a lot of Fire Emblem games, the tactics games. Golden Sun was my big game as a kid. I picked up a Game Boy and then just went out and bought Golden Sun because it sounded cool and it was an RPG, and I have probably played through that game more than any other game that I own. What else? After I played... Yeah, now I have money, so I play a ton of games. Well, I played through 7 when I was like 10 or 11, and then 8 came out right after that. And that's when I had a PlayStation, and so I played through 8 a bunch. And it was so, flexible, I guess, in the type of game style that you could play through. I was hooked on that for a couple years, so that's where my nostalgia is. And then Final Fantasy VII, no, I played it once. And then I think like 10 years ago I picked it up again. And I didn't finish it. I tried to do the hard mode mod with 7, and then life happened and I never got through it. So most of the stuff that I know about this game is either from the remake or parts of the game that really stuck out to me back when I played through it the first time.
What the hell is that?
That can't be real.
So, yeah. You don't like the remake? I'm glad we have the remake as long as we have graphic mods like this to update the game. It kind of gets like this game with the graphics mods is kind of what everyone wanted in the first place, I feel. And so now we have it. It's just not an official game. And then the remake's just a reimagining of 7 with new mechanics, I guess. So I'm fine with either side, but I understand how the remake has rubbed people the wrong way.
Do against this anti-weapon artillery.
Yeah, the storyline's kind of messed up. They scuffed it up at the end pretty bad.
Getting a taste of it.
Yeah.
Show you the destructive power of the Proud Clad.
I'm hoping that we find out more in part 2. Looks like a shell attack to me. But if they don't do a good job tying remake and rebirth together, that might be it for me too. I'm still holding out judgment. So far, like I said, I'm glad that we have the modded version here and the actual remake with whatever story they're trying to do, as long as they don't screw it up too bad. I was not paying attention. I don't know if I can steal from this thing or not. Okay, nothing to steal. Perfect. It's a proper boss. But I don't have a PS5, so I get to hear all about first impressions when it comes out on PS5, and then decide if I want to pick it up on PC the 8 months to a year later that it takes for him to release it on Steam.
Let's dance, asshole.
It kind of is, especially with the Zack part at the end. You had all the what if things where people like, oh, I wish you could play with Zack in your party, and now it seems like you might be able to. There's a whole lot going on. I just hope Rebirth just doesn't have any of the ghost protectors, whatever they call them. I hope those are done and gone. That felt really weird to me. Holy crap, I don't remember him having the amount of HP that it seems like he does. Yeah. It was weird. Sephiroth doing Sephiroth things and tearing open a rift in time was believable, I guess, just because how powerful he was. But yeah, after all the ghost things happened, it was weird. It's a good thing it was at the very end of the game, though. What do we have? Yep. So, since it's been so long since I've played through 7, I was fine. I thought the remake was great as it was, but as I'm getting further and further into the game here, the storytelling of the original 7 is really well done. I'm really impressed at how well it holds up. There's not a lot of plot holes. There's not a lot of... Oh no! When did that happen? I'm really not paying attention to this game right now. I agree. They didn't try and tell the story through graphics and 30-minute cutscenes. But honestly, 7 does have its own set of like an hour and a half of cutscenes in the middle of disc 2. That area. But that's it. Everything else is pretty short and sweet. You get 2 or 3 minute conversations that bring you back up to speed with everything. But generally, yeah, I agree with that take, actually. I wish the storytelling would come back. Now it seems like the storytelling's better in more of the action-y games like the Dark Souls stuff, where you have to go through and find the lore, instead of just being fed the story through all those cutscenes, which is weird, because it didn't used to be that way. I don't know why it is. Gen Z. Who knows? It might be. Maybe it's maybe it is the attention span where we people in general have to have more of a movie-like experience through games, and that's just kind of what it evolved into. Maybe technology just got better where it's easier to make cutscenes, and so that's just been the fad for the last 10 years. Is we can make cutscenes and it lengthens the amount of playtime in our games, so why not? There's probably an infinite amount of reasons why it is that way. But I really hope that they get back to the tried and true storytelling and not like movie edits in games. I really do.
Shit gets real, we get real.
Oh, all that for 1,000 AP? Thank you. I think I will. So, for example, Final Fantasy 13, that whole trilogy is just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. The game itself isn't too bad, but you do something and then you have to watch the game explain what you just did, and then it just kind of spoon feeds you where to go next. A big thing I remember about my gaming experience as a kid is the open world in this game, for example. I would not pay attention, or I wouldn't talk to everybody, and then I would have no idea what to do. And I would spend a couple hours hunting down what the next thing to do was. And I don't know if it's like the younger generation of gamers are more like COD gamers, all the first-person shooter action-y games, and if that's why, or what, but I enjoyed having the time to just explore the world as a kid. And I don't feel games let you do that very often anymore. We get some more of the hallway simulator type games. Oh, hello. So yeah, I could come up with what ifs all day long on that. RPG games are the bread and butter of the things that I like to play. And I hate FPS games only because I'm bad at them. Most of them, it's probably true, a Gen Z market. And it's just whatever sells the best. And RPG games are usually one and done. You play them and then you put them away until you feel like you want to pick it up again years later. We have all these other games where you can put in just in-game shops, Fortnite, even I guess Minecraft even has stuff like that, but just things where you can sell up inside the game. And you can't really do that with RPGs. You have DLCs for skins, maybe a DLC to expand the storyline, and that's it. And with all the WoW Classic stuff happening right now, they are just making money off of mounts and skins left and right. Okay, well, cool. I didn't know you could skip the Proud Clad fight.
No, the Sister Ray is not that way.
Oh. Well, there is something we need to get this way. Yeah, I hadn't even thought of it as like a generational market thing in the first place. The Irish accent. It's one of the better voiceovers in the game. There's that one, we won't hear it again, but the President Shinra voiceover was pretty good. Barrett's voice actor doesn't do a bad job. Yeah, there's a handful where I feel like they fit. Everything else, it's just okay. It works for me. Oh my gosh, what are these things? He is a bit of a goofy kind of guy, but he does have the the Mr. T vibe to him. It is kind of like, it was pretty okay back in the 90s, early 2000s to do big stereotypes, right? And that's kind of fallen out of fashion for the video game market, which is good. I think that's a very good thing. It helps with creativity and character development and stuff. You don't just have a Barrett who's, I pity the fool, and he goes around and punches things. Right, and that's what I mean. Nowadays in games, it's fallen out of fashion because of the big, I don't like what you said, so we're gonna try and get a whole group to cancel whatever it is you are, kind of thing. Cancel culture. Stereotyping, especially for comedic effect, as long as it's done well, I think is fine. If you're stereotyping just to be radical about it, I guess, then I think that's in pretty bad taste. But as long as that's, and even if people do it that way, I think we have the freedom to just ignore it. We don't need to throw a fit. If someone thinks it's funny and I don't think it's funny, great. I just won't interact with the thing and we can live our lives. You do you and I do me. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of social media either, so I hear all the bad social media stories. I haven't played Xenogears. I have played, is it Xenosaga? I think I played Xenosaga Part 1, and that's the only Xeno game that I've played. But I have heard it is a classic. And now that I have a little bit of extra money, and my kids are old enough to kind of do things themselves around the house, I don't need to be available 100% of the time. I really look forward to catching up on some games that I haven't been able to play. As long as the cutscenes are done well, I don't mind it. But going back to like the Final Fantasy 13 cutscenes, the game doesn't need to tell me what I've already done and take 5 minutes to do it. If it's pure story and it helps to advance the plot, I'm okay with that. What is the other game that I just played not too long ago? It was a Tales of game. It was a remaster. So... oh man, I can't remember the game name. Anyways, that one had the cutscenes I'm talking about. You'd run around, you'd do something, and then it had like a 20-minute cutscene of, oh hey, I'm so glad you did this for me. If you hadn't have done this, this would have happened, and now we need to go and do exactly this. And it takes 20 minutes to tell you when it could have just been like, good job, here's what's next. Oh, is this a... Oh. Alright. Oops. My bad. I forgot to equip anything on Tifa. Yeah, I will rant about bad cutscenes all day long. That is my biggest pet peeve in video games. It can be a bad game, but if it doesn't have cutscenes that are horrible, I'm okay, I'll play through it. If it's a good game and its cutscenes are horrible, I probably won't make it to the end of the game. We don't really need all for Comet, do we? Don't need all for Hades either, but whatever. Big old whatever on that one.